Hello everybody, it is All Day Beast Mode here with a game where I go 60-8. Pretty freaking good game, one of my best games so far on all the Dragon's Teeth maps. And most of it is in the Little Bird, some in an LAV and some on foot. So I thought I would kind of do a breakdown of my gameplay, the good and the bad. Just because it's kind of a long video, somewhat long video. I cut out all the boring parts, so you'll know that it's good. The stuff is pretty good. So right off the bat, I get lucky here, and the building helps me out by taking out the other little bird. So right away, I have the huge advantage in this match because I don't have to worry about a little bird, and I can just go down and attack. And usually at the start, the first kind of quarter of every game where there is a little bird, the enemy infantry don't usually have a lot of like iglas or any anti-air weapons because they're just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go kill some infantry or kill some tanks and cap some flags, and especially on these this new DLC, there's not a lot of vehicles, so a lot of the time people don't have anti-air weapons or RPGs or something. They're playing like medic or sniper. There's a lot of snipers in this DLC, or support. So you'll have kind of the advantage for a first while. Like as you can see, there's no missiles and I'm not getting locked on at all. Eventually, I start killing quite a few of the other teams, so they smarten up and start trying to take me out. But at that point, as you can see, I'm using kind of the buildings as to my advantage. I'm, getting out of their view, getting out of the lock-ons by using the buildings instead of using my flares, and just leaving my flares to really use them when I really need them, when I don't have a building close to me that I can kind of duck behind. But when I play Little Bird, I like to kind of go dive in, attack, and then kind of back off, so the enemy infantry that are kind of watching me and maybe trying to kill me, they'll kind of stop trying to kill me and they'll just like continue doing something else, just because I've left for 10 seconds or whatever, and then I'll come back and swoop in and kind of surprise them, catch them off guard again. So right here, I'm not too sure what these guys are doing. They're landing here to either just spawn camp or just have I guess it would be kind of a good spot to put a beacon down if you want to keep capping the back capping. But luckily I saw them do that, so I started taking them all out. And I'm pretty sure that little bird just crashed into the ground, so yes, it did. So I don't have to worry about that again. So right away, their little bird is taken down or crashed right away. So I have a huge advantage. So again, I go and attack. I know nothing. They don't have AA tanks in this. The only thing that can take me down now is an RPG like rocket or an anti-air missile, like Igla. So I'm playing kind of low to the ground just because I know I have the advantage, but at the same time, when you're playing low to the ground, it makes it a lot easier for them to shoot you down with a rocket, but at the same time, it can be pretty hard if you're moving really fast like I am. And especially in this map, the flight ceiling, like the ceiling, kind of the area where you can't go any higher when you're flying in the Little Bird, is really low on this map. So you really have to stay low to have to keep up the speed, because if you get to that certain height where the top of the ceiling, it really slows you down, and it can put you in a really bad spot where you'll kind of just be sitting there, and it'll be a lot easier to take you down. So right here, now that I'm out and kind of in the open, I don't have the buildings, I'm going to use the boat or whatever the fuck this thing is. I'm going to use this thing to kind of stay away from getting locked on, stay away from getting hit. And then I kind of decide that, okay, there's no one over here, what's the point of staying here? So I'm just going to leave, and I get behind cover before he can shoot. Actually, I don't even think that's an Igla, it's probably one of those little recon things. Never used those, so I don't know what it's called. So right here, I think I come out here to try to find the guy, and I think this is one of the guys who's locking onto me. Obviously, there's another person locking on me right now. And right here, I realize that it's the helicopter that's locking onto me. So I get out, and bam. Kind of a lucky shot at the same time. I can do that quite a bit, so it was pretty good. And he made the choice to kind of stay still. He was probably locking onto the little bird again, and he probably didn't think I was underneath him with a RPG. So, but then I got killed, so I don't know. It was good, nice kill streak though. So now I'm on foot with AK-5C. Gotta love this gun. I would say it's by far the best engineer weapon or carbine. It just has great accuracy, barely any recoil. Nice amount of bullets, 31 I guess, and yeah, it's just a great gun. I have the most kills with any gun with this gun. So I just keep going around. As you can see, every time I'm about to shoot someone, I kind of stand still, just to give me just that better accuracy, so I can take them down a lot faster. Try to take out the RAR, but it's got quite a bit of health. So now I'm just capping the flag, and I can hear them. I can hear shooting, and it's obviously not on my level, so I jump down. And right here, I almost get this guy, but now that I know he's going up the stairs, I shoot right there. And luckily, he kept running up to the top. So that's where map awareness comes in. I know that spot is stairs, so I know he's most likely going to come out the top. And then I get an unlucky death. So guys, we are now at almost the halfway mark of the video, so if you would like to keep watching this and listening to my breakdown, just wait 7 seconds, or you can choose one of my other epic rounds. One, I got 131 and 22 with the MG4, or the other one, I go 88 and 6, all with the little bird. So we are back here with the breakdown of my game of 60 and 8, mostly with the little bird, but also infantry and the LAV. So right now, I spawned into one of the guys who's in the little bird in my squad, and he's trying to give me the little bird to me, but I'm just telling him, no, just drop me off. And then all of a sudden, the little bird on the enemy team starts attacking us. So he's actually, you can tell he's pretty good. He's just smoothly making it his way through the buildings. I just missed him. I should have hit him right there with the RPG, but I missed. And then he just goes to take him down. I think he gets one hit on him, and he crashes into the building, and he hops out, like I did earlier, and kind of runs away, but he kills him, and then I'm like, okay, well, I bet the little bird's still a little bit got a little bit of health, and it did. And if you get into the little bird like this, it will slowly start repairing itself. So I thought I would do that, and then we would have 2 little birds, and that's exactly what happened. And then, lucky enough, some more luck. One of my squad mates, the other squad mates, started repairing my little bird, so that helped out a lot. So now we have an even bigger advantage. With 2 little birds flying around like crazy. The other guy in the other little bird is obviously pretty good. He knows what he's doing, so we got the huge advantage. So I just go out and start mowing people down. Whenever you're shooting your gun, it's better to kind of get your crosshairs on the enemy and then fire. Don't fire before. But then also sometimes if they're moving or they're kind of further away and you think it's going to be a little bit harder to hit them, you can fire a shot or 2. I like to fire maybe 2 or 3 shots with the 25 mil or even the mini guns, and to see where the bullets go, and then you can kind of compensate if you're off a little bit. Right there I turn and there's so many guys and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get so many kills, and then I don't kill them because the 25 mil cannons aren't as strong anymore. But I get a couple kills, so that's good. So that guy's knifing him, so I know that I'm not going to be able to kill him because it just cancels all the damage that's going to either of the players, unless it's, the opposite player shooting the other player. So I just keep going around here, kind of flying around the building. The LAV starts shooting me, so I just go to take cover. I'm getting locked on as well, so just back up. Hopefully they'll just stop trying to kill me or start doing something else, and then I'll come back with speed right here. And I know I'm going to be out in the open again, so I come behind this building for sure. And then whenever there's tanks around and you don't want to get shot down, like LAV, it's a little harder to shoot down flying like helicopters, just because the typical cannons or whatever, you know, it's harder to aim one spot and you have to shoot a whole bunch to actually kill them. With the big tanks, you just have to shoot once. But either way, the best way to kind of, if you have like kind of anti-vehicle weapons on your helicopters, the best way to get away or keep attacking tanks, but without them ever having the chance of hitting you, is just kind of stay above them, and when you dive down, just kind of like lift off quicker. Like, don't dive down and keep diving, because they'll just wait for you to go onto the other side and they'll turn around and just shoot you right in the back of the helicopter. So once again, taking cover, keep taking cover, and just get out of there. Missile or rocket almost hits me. So right here, pretty unlucky, or, you know, it's just bad play. Just like, this is definitely, I kind of do this sometimes when I'm in a little bird or a vehicle or something for so long and I'm got a pretty good kill streak going, and I just make mistakes like that where I shouldn't have, and then they get their little bird back. And that was a huge advantage for us, right? Having their little bird gives us a huge advantage. And so right here I spawn in on one of my squad mates, trying to help out, you know, protect C and push into their half of the map. And then I see the little bird. So when you're trying to shoot a little bird down with a rocket, RPG, or SMAR, or whatever it's called, you kind of, it's definitely luck, but it's also a little bit of skill. You just have to kind of imagine where they're gonna fly. So right there I kind of shot where I thought he was going to go. And I almost got him, but I definitely needed to shoot maybe 2 seconds before that, because he was going pretty fast, right? He was diving down. This is another thing that you don't want to do ever, because you piss a lot of people off, especially me. Don't fucking stand in a doorway. It's just simple as that. It's stupid for you to do that because you have no cover, and at the same time you're blocking everybody else and they're probably going to die as well. So just don't do it. So right here I'm just taking cover just because I'm almost dead. I've just gotta kind of hope that they stop firing grenades in there, and which they do, so I pop out and start killing some other guys. So here at long distances you can see that I'm just kind of doing medium to small bursts and just keep going until they drop. And right here he's really far away, so I'm just going to take pop shots and I get a lucky headshot kill. And now I need ammo. And once again, don't do what this guy's doing. Standing right in front of him, so it's pretty obvious that I want something from him. And then we both die. I guess it's half my fault that we both die, but still. Come on. So right at the end here, I go on kind of a little... I don't really go on an LAV streak, maybe a little bit, but I wanted to show this just because of how I fight against the other LAV on their team. I start off kind of being like, the other LAV has a huge advantage because he kind of gets a bunch of shots on me before I notice where he is. So right away he's in the lead when it comes to how much damage we've done to each other. And at the same time, I think a bunch of the guys on his team are shooting rockets at me as well. So, and I think a couple of them hit as well. So again, he is in the lead when it comes to damage. I don't know what this fucking guy's doing. Luckily I get a kill and he goes flying. Whee! But this is just a good kind of clip where you can see that don't give up on your vehicle, especially if you're an engineer. I just park it in a position where it's got the most cover it can possibly have, and then I just repair it a little bit, go back to shooting at the LAV, and then repair it a little bit, and then go back to shooting the LAV, and then luckily, you can see at the end, I take out the LAV, and we win the game. Right there, I got a pretty nice, lucky headshot. And then if you ever see the hit markers, sometimes I just shoot in random spots that I think enemies will be. Just take one shot, and you'll see a hit marker, even if it's the slightest amount of damage. Just start shooting, firing away, and you'll get a bunch of kills. Because I've already got a bunch of kills just shooting into those things. So this is where me and the LAV have a little fight. And the best way to use tanks or LAVs or any of that kind of stuff is kind of act like you're in infantry. So if you're in infantry and you're fighting, like going one-on-one with someone, you're gonna want to be in cover, you're gonna want to keep going in and out of cover, taking pop shots. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm using cover even though I'm in this huge tank. Lots of people that think that, I'm in a tank, oh, I can just rush up and I'll just kill everybody, I'm not gonna die. Like, I'm in a huge tank, like, what's gonna happen to me? And that doesn't work. You're gonna get taken out pretty fast, especially if the other team has a lot of RPGs. So luckily, right there, I survived because I was behind a decent amount of cover and he wasn't able to hit me. None of the rockets were able to hit me. But I hope you enjoyed this, guys. We end up winning here, and I go 60-8. Of course, you know that already. Thanks for watching. I hoped some of this helped. Hope it was kind of interesting for you to listen to what I got to say, the good and bad about my game. And if you liked it, please leave a like. That would be awesome. Thanks. See you on the battlefield.